And Twitch is in.
Hello.
Thankfully, everything sounds alright. Good enough. Don't worry. Trust me. So we're gonna get right into it. I apologize to the viewers for a late thing. I had something in my shirt, and we had some incidents. Shirt's still kind of wet. But besides that, we're good to go. So, what happened last time?
You can take your shirt off and put a different shirt on if it's soaking wet, right?
You know, you can just go changing a shirt does not
It's
take
free.
that long.
Oh, I was just wiping it off. It wasn't that.
Really likes
actually,
the
that's a
shirt.
good point. Let me get this. Fucking, I'm shirtless. Fucking meta content. Anyway, yeah. So last time you mowed down Lorenzo and his gang with machine gun fire, and it was a big fight.
I cut a vamp's hand off. It was really cool.
Wait, did we do an audio check?
I think we're gonna just skip that. We're getting
No, we should not skip audio checks.
All right.
I will say my voice is still working. All right.
Did that go through?
Yeah, it went through on my end, but I don't know.
I'm gonna be upfront. I had an update recently that changed some shit, so I don't know.
Oh, I will say before the stream
no, it's
started,
fine.
I had to mess with something. I had to fix it up real quickly, get my voice across.
Okay, no, I checked. It's fine.
All right, we're fine. Bone's still checking. But yeah. With that aside, I think whenever Bone's ready, we're just gonna get right into it.
We can just get into it right now.
Bone's deafened. He's sound checking still. He's in there.
So we're going to be checking on it, like right now?
Checking
But
right
checking,
now,
we're
right
sneaking.
this very second.
We're sneaking.
No. We are sneaking.
I did mention like maybe up Robot a little, maybe up Noir a little.
I upped them both a little bit, so it should.
Now, did you want to put in a clarification or after the introduction?
After the introduction, I'm just doing it last time on Dragon Ball Z really quickly. We had our big fight. You all killed a bunch of vampires. Richter just you were convinced that Richter to help you guys, and he just kind of like walked away because like it's not really in his pay grade or whatever. He just needed to report that Lorenzo was dead. Smith, however, you staked and you have kidnapped, and you are driving back somewhere with him, maybe back to the old Hunter place because he's unconscious and all that, and you're deciding what to do with him because you probably can't just leave him on the bus floor forever because it has windows, and when it turns daytimes, you'll have a little vampire weenie roast. But yeah, now you're caught up. Oh, let me get the map.
Yeah, so last time I thought, I went back through the drone footage. I thought for sure Richter was there, and it turns out he super wasn't. I'm wondering if, like, after the session, AC mentioned something about Richter was supposed to be there or something.
You were supposed to. I forgot about him. Just,
So maybe I conflated those. Also, I was going into that fight assuming every vampire was going to be, like, a boss fight, and that's why I was so, like, careful and paranoid about everything and wanting everything to go smoothly. I would like to emphasize again, I was not against the car bomb because I thought it was silly. I just wasn't sure if me and Arkham would have enough gunpowder to take on a single vampire.
yeah. But that's
I actually quite like silliness.
that aside, with the you guys. So what was the move to do now that you are? Let me go get the bus really quickly.
Oh yeah, the other thing, I was very quick to stake Richter just because I was afraid of sirens, so I just wanted to get in and out.
And sirens were heard. And one thing it did is that you did manage to, I'll just say you got. So, do you guys just gonna put Richter's unconscious staked body into the
is it Richter or Smith that's
Smith?
I thought we let Richter...
Smith.
We keep on mixing these up, and even whenever it's your own character.
Yeah, Smith got staked.
Richter's fucked off.
Richter fucked off. So you just have a staked Smith. And I think you guys took him to the bus.
I think we just have him in the bus. Can we? Apparently Justin's AFK, but instead to keep on going. Can we just stash him in the storage box, or is there not enough room in there?
I would say because if
Can
you
we like fold him up?
You can. I will say though, one thing is because you kind of have like an idea more about Malcolm's whole thing. The storage compartment is a little bit larger, isn't enough to store him, enough to store Smith.
Oh, I just remembered also something I wanted to bring up quickly for the context. Whenever, like, Smith still super betrayed us because he said, like, right after, he said, like, you can take half of the smuggling components and you can keep your life as our reward, and then said to his boys, yeah, if you want to kill him, go ahead. I'll just step away. It's like, okay, so I feel, can I, like, contort him into the thing?
Yeah, you cram him. You like kind of start to cram him in there, and it
Virgil's a little spiteful.
And at first it feels like you're just shoving him in there. It's really tight, and then you push him in like just the right direction, and it feels like he just falls in. Like his entire body just falls in when you get the right position for some reason. But it takes a minute. You don't know how or why. It's just he sinks fully.
You know, Virg, I know he's a vampire and all, but it seems a little, kind of fucked. You're being that aggressive with him.
Well, you know what? I don't like being, having oaths broken.
You're not a paladin.
You know, he said that we were gonna be safe, and then said to his boys, oh, well, you guys can kill him. I don't like that. Stick to your deals.
Not that I disagree, but didn't we just betray a bunch of vampires?
Again,
actually,
they
we did.
said,
Well-
said, let me go over what he said. He said, if you do, like, the deal with us, you can keep your lives. He then said to his boys, you guys can kill him.
Weren't you also, like, before we even found out they were gonna backstab us, implying that we should also kill them? Maybe?
I suggested it, but we didn't do it.
Oh, so the suggestion of oath break is fine, but actually doing it all.
Hey, they don't know.
I mean, you just be honest and say you just don't like vampires, Dan.
I don't like vampires. It's true. I don't like the the allegory for sexual assault.
What?
Do you not wait? Actually,
What?
Joshi, are you not aware of that? Like,
I mean, isn't it an
vampires
allegory
are.
if they're like real things.
Yeah, I
like-
don't think they count as an allegory if they're real. I
You
mean,
know what? You know what? Fair. I don't
I
like the
got a D in English, but I don't think that's how that works.
I don't like the ones. I don't like how they can sometimes turn people into blood slaves against their will.
No, see, that's fair.
Some of them are about, with the most of them being about as willing as a crack addict getting his fix. Malcolm kind of walks towards you guys. So then, are they just gonna keep parked right here? I know I did drive a little bit away from the incident, you know, just to keep us on a download. Is there any specific kind of place that you want me to take you to? Or
Does the safe house have a? I'm asking this kind of out of character. Do we know if the safe house has like a basement that we can like lock them up in for interrogation? Or something?
The basement was where you found the weapons. It was very dingy, and also the bookshelf that moved over. Although that room with the bookshelf did have all the guns in it.
Wait,
though.
actually, didn't we say we wanted to take him for him to lead us somewhere?
West Virginia, you wanted them to be there because he knew about somebody there who matched Victor's description, because he is one of the only people that you've known about who has said they have seen the man in person recently.
Wait, I'm not the one that wanted to bring him on board. You guys figure it out. I don't know what you guys wanted to do with him.
So, does he have any information? Guys?
Guys?
Lads?
I don't remember it as well. Like, I was trying to keep up with, like, the information. Can I just say we relay the information to him?
You relay the fact that he has seen, that you tell him that he saw Victor in person, and he saw Victor, like killing a vampire elder, and after hearing this, Malcolm's like, oh, well, that, clears up a few things, like, why you brought him on board, but, I'm kind of curious about the information myself. Considering, you know, he died a while ago, but I don't know. West Point, Virginia, huh? No, Point Pleasant, Virginia.
Guess that's where we're going next, maybe?
Do we have
are
any
going there.
do we have any unfinished business here?
Wait, what about those flowers? What about those plants that you wanted to burn?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we got
yeah, the
the
plants.
garden, don't we?
We should probably go check that out. Actually,
We should actually
Never
probably
visited
talk.
that area.
We should probably actually talk to the hunters that are gonna show up.
So, would you like to walkie-talkie or call Diane at the moment?
I'm not gonna call her. Why not?
You call her. The phone, it does take. It's taken a minute. However, you do get an answer. Yes, hello.
Wait, who's calling? Who's the one that initiated the call?
You did.
Okay, shit.
Uh,
Hello.
hello. Oh, is this the, I'm saying that.
This is the weird guy with the sunglasses and the beanie.
Oh,
You're not that
You.
weird compared to stuff.
anyway, I need to. Well, we've taken care. We've done some cleaning up on our end. We've, thankfully, with the main leader gone, some of them are. I think some of them may be in disarray, and we might be able to get some of the ghouls in law enforcement for corruption. You know, nothing. We can't outright charge them with like vampire crimes, but they did cover up gang violence, so there is that.
Do you have the right dirt on them for that?
Okay, here you go for shit.
Oh, I figured we were just talking around it. Like it's not like it's not as silent as a phone. I
I
imagine.
thought you made it sound like I was the one holding the phone.
I was
Right
just
here.
talking around you. Like I assume we can all hear, can't we? Wait, is it a phone or a
Is it on
walkie-talkie?
speaker?
I'll say it's a
If it was
phone,
the
but
phone.
you have
Oh,
no. I'm retconning it to be a phone. But I will.
is it,
I
I
thought
thought
will
it was on
say
speaker.
you can put it on speaker if you want. If you want.
know what?
Put on speaker. Seven's gonna go
conference
grab a
call.
fucking the Mountain Dew from the fridge.
So, well, when it comes to the dirt, I do have some. The only reason why I haven't acted on it sooner was, well, Lorenzo was around. And, well, you know. And thankfully, with the worst of them not being available, I should be able to I should be able to use all of it now. I've
Do you
been
think you'll? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I've been holding on to this for a while.
Wait, sorry. Holding
yeah.
on to the dirt. Is that
Yeah,
what you're
the
saying?
dirt.
Oh, okay. Do you think you guys will be able to take on the building with all the vampire plants? Are you gonna need additional help?
We should be able to. We should be able to like burn the place, but I guess like the only trouble is if we do it, it might cause a bit of a ruckus. But we'll have to try to do it stealthily. We have to, you know. We can't just out somebody for corruption and then burn a beloved town monument, because you know.
Well, we could. Well, we have new allies coming, so perhaps they can do something about it.
I was hoping that the new allies that will be arriving in about a week could help us with the rest of the cleanup. The plants, and mainly some of the straggling infighters. Though honestly, right now, I think some of the vampires in the group are doing a good job taking care of themselves.
Wait,
It-
what does she mean by vampires in the group? Is she talking about like Richter or is she
Sub
talking
Sabat,
Oh, okay.
the gang as a whole.
Alright.
It's messy, nowhere near as messy from if Lorenzo knew about this ahead of time, but thankfully with the crew we got and the hunters arriving, we should be able to clean this up without thousands dying.
Are you all gonna be all right? Because you're the mayor. It really sounded like they don't like people knowing.
When I report to the public, it'll be a major gang that moved in, and the police were taking bribes, and some of them were arrested, and others were dealt with by the gangs infighting. But it helps that Lorenzo operated his whole thing much like an actual gang, so incredibly easy. Though as much as I would like to bring them to light, I think the best call for self-preservation would be to report this as a end to mass gang violence here.
I agree. Well, I guess unless there's more to say, we'll just wait for the new guys to show up and kind of get their details, and we'll move on.
Yeah. The only thing is, if you can come by the old building, if you are, I know you said something about potentially leaving, but we have a parting gift.
Oh.
Ooh, nice.
I do like gifts.
Yeah, the gifts are pretty cool.
That's very kind of you.
Is this trackable?
No, there's no tracking on. It's gonna
I'm
be
more
hard.
inept with the guns, but sure.
Yeah. It's hard to describe, but just trust us to say that this isn't something that's like trackable. But it should help.
It's a bomb.
You guys still never
My
used
God,
a
they
box
say a
bomb.
bomb.
A bomb.
Well, now we just have this highly incendiary explosive on our bus. What could go wrong?
We were carrying around napalm in the back of our car for months in D&D. It'll be fine.
Now I light a cigarette near the bomb. No.
So, I will say, with this gift, we have two things. Unfortunately, because of the nature of it, we can't do them both at the same time, but we can do one or the other.
What do you mean by that?
You'll see when we get there.
Alright.
Wait, sorry. I was remembering a time when I remember a coworker smoking a cigarette around a gas station. And I didn't hear what you said.
Basically, she said that there was two gifts, so due to the nature of them, you have to pick one or the other, and they can't both be given.
Oh, okay, cool.
I can live with that.
All right. So do you instruct Malcolm to drive on to the little hunter base?
Get going, boy! Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
I say to Malcolm
moving.
politely. I say to him
Vroom.
politely.
It goes
to
vroom
move.
vroom. And he's like,
Yeah,
"All
it
right,
goes vroom, vroom.
lads. All right, lads. Let's get to driving." You drive to the safe house. Assume it's still kind of like later in the night. Ignore the day overcast, but you head on over there, and you
It's really
see,
foggy out.
you see something, like odd, but friendly. You see some people kind of walking in and out, and you see a couple people with like overalls and like what appear to be tools, like screwdrivers and wrenches and stuff. And you're pulling up, and Diana is right there. Oh, Diana's actually, you know what? Scratch that. She's not there. I'm going to retcon this and say that she said, I have an interview to be, so I won't be there in person to thank you. So, you're doing this, and you arrive to the place, and you see door watchman Brian approach. It's like, hey, so we saw that you parked it outside of here, and we saw you driving around. It was an odd looking vehicle, but it was a bus, right?
Yeah.
So we did some digging. Nope. And we got some who we knew. And we have some we got some interior decorators and some repairsmen. Figured that we'd give your ride a little boost before you head off. So, here's the two options so far. There are the two options I'll say out of character is you can either choose between a dot and laboratory, meaning that you get a little laboratory built in, or you can get a I'm trying to see the other one.
Oh, a dot in laboratory. I was wondering, like, a dot in laboratory. What does that mean?
It's a safe bonus.
Yeah, a dot as in like a stat.
Or you can get a dot in you can choose between laboratory or surgery, which adds a bit of a medical area to it.
My personal vote's for laboratory.
I think it would be good to be able to research things.
So for the
You
rest,
gotta put all that blood somewhere.
so is that 3 votes for laboratory?
Yeah, I'd say so.
4
Do you have any
votes.
vetoes? Alright, sounds like laboratory.
No shaking this.
All right. So the mechanics, they get to work, and you watch as they go to consult Malcolm and all that.
Might be good to extract some blood from our new friend that we obtained. Could possibly use it to bribe a ghoul.
You know, you don't have to make it. You don't have to make it sound weirder.
So as
Our job is very weird. I think anything I mention is gonna be weird.
you notice
Yeah,
that when a
it's like
mechanic
weird,
goes to
weird.
work on it, that Malcolm whispers something in his ear, and he's like, "As long as you keep that in mind, it should be fine." The mechanic almost has like a mildly long stare for like half a second, and then just kind of like shakes his head. He's like, "Oh, all right, I can work with that."
Wait, what's he working with? Sorry.
Malcolm whispered it in his ear. You don't know.
Oh, okay. I thought he was like talking about extracting the blood from Smith.
So they all get to work on the laboratory, and after a hard night's worth of work, you also see some like doctors coming along to check in on Jerry's like injuries that were sustained in the fight, and everybody else.
I was gonna say, I have 3 aggravated health damage and 1
yeah, I also have
superficial,
injuries,
or
too.
2 superficial.
So I'm saying that this is how the night closes for this operation, is that the bus gets the laboratory added to the 1 dot in laboratory, and and everybody goes inside the actual safe house where medical professionals will be attending to all the hunters who sustained any injuries. And because these are some medical professionals, I'll say this heals everybody back to full, because it gives them like the bandages and stuff. I will say, I forgot to mess with it on the Fugi website, but I can maybe do it next time or soon. But also, for Noir, I have a version of the sprites for Dr. Arkham of him wearing the hat.
Perfect. I'm so happy.
I do want to let you know that you have the choice, that if you want to, I can style swap and give you the hat. So is everybody, so you have your hat, and everybody's just kind of resting up. And night kind of goes to day, the injuries are tended to, and everything's a lot better. You wake up the next day, a little bright and early, and your bus has been upgraded, and everybody's like kind of like, and you leave, and there's a little bit of less people at the safe house, but there's still some people there. It's not like a significant amount. And when you overhear talking, when you wake up, it's just they're going back home to double check things. So nobody has died in your absence. At least at the safe house.
So far.
So far. And in the morning, you guys maybe decide you guys get some meals that they make. They decide to cook like various breakfast items, pancakes, eggs, and the like. And you all eat that. You recover your willpower if you haven't already. And you're just kind of prepping. Everybody's eating. I will say, something I should have asked is for entering the safe house this time, because the bus was being worked on. Would you say that Charlie goes inside the safe house with all of you, Noir? Alongside the dog? Because there is room for them both.
I mean, sure. I mean, yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So I'll say they're also... I just want to ask so I can have the flavor text of them also eating breakfast. And everybody's like doing all right, and you have your next destination in mind. And Diane eventually kind of comes down to check in, and is like, all right, good news, bad news. I'll just say the bad news first.
Yeah.
So there were so you remember some of the ghoul cops I mentioned?
Yes.
A not so insignificant amount of them may have taken matters into their own hands, to put it lightly, in fear of being caught.
Whoops.
Oh dear.
Yeah, as they say in your business, Zach, they unalived themselves.
I don't even say that in my videos.
I thought you didn't watch YouTube. How do you know that?
What?
You watch video. I told you this. I watch YouTube
What did
on
you
my
just
on
say?
my Poland YouTube account.
You see, he said they game it.
unalive themselves. What?
They
Yeah,
game
it's
it
a
with
thing that's
themselves in
down
Minecraft.
Look, it's a way of avoiding saying something that people, to avoid saying something in terms of not being demonetized or getting blocked by the system, which I'm totally not.
So they committed massive suicide. What next?
Okay, well, thanks.
So, good news is that a couple of them turned themselves in, agreeing that they were just bribed and not admitting that they were super ghouls or whatever. So, and I'm sorry, have we met? She looks at Charlie.
Oh, this is my young nephew, Charlie.
Oh, I see. Nice to meet you, Charlie.
Charlie is quiet and blushing.
Anyhow, that aside, I just want to say, thank you for making this town safe again. I'm unsure,
It's only safe for now. You
fair
need to
enough.
Keep it safe.
We'll keep it safe for the hunters, and the union workers and the hunters will join forces, and we'll get this thing all cleared up.
Alright, apparently I'm getting a craving. I need to take my meds. I take out my
That
pill
makes
bottle.
it sound like you need drugs. Like you just...
I do.
I
It's my
feel
pain
those,
medication.
yeah.
It's my painkillers that I have taken the addiction stat for.
Bro's
Okay,
asking
so
if he.
that's way different than going. I'm having a craving. Let me take my.
Oh
drug."
no, the opioids crisis.
My
is-
opioids
is
crisis
intruded
is happening.
Onto the Hunter campaign.
Gobble, gobble, gobble. Pills.
Bro's about to ask if we tried the medicine drug.
Diane looks at
I
the
take my medicine drug.
Diane looks at the medication. Huh. Huh. Oh well. Anyhow, so I guess you guys will be leaving then.
Probably, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I want to see
probably.
what these new hunters look like. I wanted to get an idea of the various groups that we'll be working with.
They'll be, you might be waiting still a couple days.
Are we in a rush? Like, what are the... I don't know how much of a rush we're in.
Aren't we in a, like... We're in kind of a bad scenario. I don't know if we want to wait a couple of days for people to get here.
Victor is out doing shit, and this is a man who basically was able to turn a practice mage into a chair, and he just offed an elder vampire, and he's walking around.
You know what? Send us an email or something on. I assume encrypted emails are a thing, probably.
Right.
Send us an encrypted message on your encrypted messaging software of choice.
Do we have an encrypted messaging software of choice to have
I'm a
anything
hacker,
sent
man.
to?
Maybe. AC, you do the IT. Is that a thing? Do you know?
I know there's actual like mail
we
service.
have access to the dark. Do we have a fucking Tor browser set up in the bus?
I probably have.
I'll
like,
say,
one.
for a hacker man services, I know there are some emails that are encrypted.
Dark web email address.
In
so-
fact, I know because some of them are used for like scam emails. I remember looking into this one time, but also, but also at the same time, email, the hacking side of things can also be quite, weird, because you are aware that that sometimes in a secret society of vampires has a sect that doesn't like and that can't really go outside, then they tend to be good at things that require them to stay inside.
So just send me a message. Give me the details, what they are allowing you to know.
I'll let
Like
you know.
the name of their group, or if they even have one.
I'll let you know.
Alright, then it seems like we should probably head out.
So, you all... do you have... So, for everybody else in the group, do you have, like, anything you just have to do in Cincinnati before you depart?
Is there anything on the map in particular?
Anything on the map?
You know what? We should recruit the stalker.
Uh,
Let's go to the
No!
hospital and knock her out again and drag her on board and put her next to the vampire.
If you're doing that, Bone, none of us are gonna help you.
the most you can maybe do is go to the observatory and be like, oh, look, the observatory, how cool. And that's it.
I mean,
Alright.
why not go
There's
back to
gonna be
fucking?
something to observe
What?
there.
Let's go to
Golly,
the
that's an
observatory.
observatory, all right.
Let's go to the observatory and then go back to fucking Man Bun Burger, or whatever it's called.
You go to the observatory. It's a large one. There's just a bunch of people there. However, there's also a section of it that has yellow tape around it.
Does it say caution on the tape?
Yeah, it says caution.
What do I see past the tape?
You see some officers with some construction workers digging. And you see a
That's not like
hole, like, underneath that leads to what might be a small little tavern. A small little, like, cave. not a pipe almost that fits like a weird, like a sleeping bag in it.
Wait, sorry, I'm a bit lost. It looks like a pipe that would fit a sleeping bag in it?
Okay, let me rephrase it. It looks like a little like
A pipe the
it's
size
a
that you could fit it in a sleeping bag.
okay, so it's a hole, but it's like the hole is a pipe, and it's like as wide as a car. And inside
So a big manhole.
a big manhole, and there is what looks like a sleeping bag, but with no like face hole, so it just almost looks like a mixture between a sleeping and body bag.
Can I do any roll to interpret what I'm looking at?
That's an occult plus wits, difficulty 4.
Wait, can I try for it as well?
You can also try for it.
Hey, hi, sorry. So I quote unquote zoned out for a minute. Why are we not going to Mothman USA? Right now?
They decided they'd hit up to observatory one last time before, for one time before they left.
Okay.
And there's... So...
Wait, okay, I got a 10.
2...
That's a 4.
I got a 10, a 3, a 1, a 5, a 7, and a 3.
You both, I'll say with your powers combined, you both realize that from your occult knowledge that this sleeping bag is commonly used with amateur vampires who don't have a place to sleep but need to get the sun blocked off.
Huh.
Oh, so it's like, and he just whispers it to everyone else. He whispers that information to everyone else.
Yeah, there's a dude in there.
There's a guy in there.
It's empty as they go to move it out. There is no longer.
There's nobody there.
There's nobody in
There was
there.
a guy in there, I'm guessing.
I'm gonna like just call the mayor, say, relay this information, ask if they're aware of it, or else they might have a tunnel thing going on, like guys in tunnels.
Oh, that. I heard about that last night. If I had to guess, that was from what I've investigated, it seemed the most likely answer was that was although a tunnel system for smuggling, that specific area was mainly for Lorenzo's favorite sleeping spot. The closest he ever had to an actual bedroom.
I guess that was one of the ways we could have taken him out, huh?
Yeah. That's the only reason why I pointed out the observatory, was that underneath it was the one place he slept. And that's why I pointed it out. So as they're dragging out like the lamp and like the bed bag and everything, is there anything you want to do at the scene, or do you think you've seen everything?
I can't think of anything.
I think I've seen everything. I'm gonna go check out the telescopes.
You see them, although they are like blocked off, because it's like, warning, looking at the sky in broad daylight could lead to some bad ideas. Bad things to your eyes.
You can see the outer umbra from here.
My eyes!
Why?
My whole thing is like, it's daytime, so like it's like the telescopes you can use to their maximum efficiency at night. At day, we don't want to risk people looking right at the sun, so it's blocked off for now.
That's why it's so dark. That's
and
not
Zach-
the umbra. That's just blackness from the shade of the cover.
And Zach just like looks around, and after he smacks his lips like, man, I kind of want to go back to that Millennial Burger place.
Are you fucking for real, bro?
I kind of want to.
I like the
Why?
burger. I like the
Why?
burger that they got there.
I want to bring
You
death to
could
the
get
enemy.
a burger just as good for a third of the price. I guarantee it.
You see
Turns out that Virgil is secretly a werewolf.
You see
That was
that?
the most like middling fucking food we ever had. We had to cajole them into making the food better.
You see a mysterious. You see, like, not mysterious. It's just a generic cop walking. Just walking up. It's like, you want to actually go to that place voluntarily? Ugh.
It was so bad we
Listen,
had
the
to
interaction we had
cut
was
it out
funny.
of the footage.
Look, I'm just saying, they couldn't even do the chicken tendies right.
You see him, you see him, like, scarf down something, and he's like, back to work. I go.
If there's one thing I go to a place for, it's food. Or no, I'm sorry, it's just atmosphere, not the food, the atmosphere.
All right, are we heading out? Is there anything more?
So,
Nothing for me.
if you're
I
all
say we're good
ready,
to go.
something really funny is that the route from Cincinnati to Point Pleasant, West Virginia, is actually only 2 hours and 27 minutes. So
Alright,
you
let's go.
What is the current time of day? What
It is
the current time?
like, I would say like 11 a.m.
Almost midday.
Actually, no, it's good. 10 a.m. 10 a.m.
All right.
It's like 10 a.m. So you head out, and I mean, no, that was a lot more ominous than I remember.
At some point on the bus, I equip a pin onto my coat that says Mothman for president.
All right. Are we back on the bus, AC?
You are back on the bus.
All right. I need to ask: are there syringes on this new laboratory?
This new laboratory has a couple of syringes on it, but also scalpels and beakers and
Alright, I want to get a vial of vampire blood. And if anybody's wondering, oh wow, isn't that crazy? These guys literally drink it. I think they'll understand.
So
Zach's just gonna go on his computer and update his followers on where he's been and on what he's been up to while keeping his location vague.
I need to get close to this mic. Probably I'm reclining right now, so I probably sound like garbage.
So
I was just gonna say in my notebook, I begin dreamily doodling myself kissing Mothman and trying to incorporate the words moth and or man into my last name.
I thought you were going to say Smith.
So you get out Smith staked, you take his blood, and you put the most addictive substance on Earth into a vial.
Where is this laboratory in relation to the rest of the bus? Can we get the bus map out?
I will say I will get the map out, but I'll have to circle it on the cursor because I forgot to slap in the laboratory in the drawing.
Oh, you're actually planning on doing that?
I mean, I probably should.
To a lab slapping.
I'm thinking either you can have a section either here, or we'll add some weird bullshit and it's an
I
extra
kind of like to
little
imagine
room.
it's like a workbench kind of thing, and it's like if we wanted to upgrade it to something else, we would just slap more drawers on it.
I would say it's a little table right here, just square. It has a bunch of tools and scientific beakers and measuring things and rulers that could be used for making stuff, which justifies the bonus it also gives the technology.
I do like making things.
So, for those who want to know what this does without me fluffing it out and just get right to the brass tacks, you now will have a bonus dot. That'll contribute the dice rolls related to one science or one technology specialty. So you can you have an additional dice roll for anything. I'll say for now for anything science related. Additional upgrade would be getting more tools, and you can put that another dot in science, or you could just get technological tools to make it science and tech get a 1 dice bonus.
AC, may I make a retroactive narrative thing?
Run it by me first.
Okay. Maybe we already did this, but is it possible that there were any books about the symbol involving the skull or the building inside of the building?
I'll say retroactively, there was one you were given, and that you were about to take, but you somehow managed to find the book in Dr. Arkham's book repertoire that's the same one. So you end up letting people. You find out what the symbol means, and the symbol translates roughly to mean an imbued hunter. A type of hunter that hasn't been seen in a long while. These were hunters that were gifted. They weren't exactly average people like you are. These imbued hunters had magical abilities to them. Magical talents of sorts. So they were able to be on a slightly more even playing field. Some of them would use their magic to repel, sense, and attack the supernatural. And these imbued would often take the calling through mysterious and strange spiritual voices.
Can I grab the fucking skull we took and listen in like a fucking seashell? See if I hear a mysterious voice?
You
Well,
do.
I say, is there anything in there? Hello?
You do that. Although you hear a faint whisper of the. Let me. Oh, actually.
Wait, actually.
Let me check some. It's a tiny. Actually, no, you don't hear. You know what? You don't hear anything. And then you realized that there was a paper note. There was a note in the book about these skulls in particular. That in order for these skulls to properly, like, to get close to them, they must have a drop of blood that is not entirely natural. Just a tiny drop of it anywhere on the skull.
Wow, good thing I got that blood. Don't get to use all of our changeling blood. I guess I'm just gonna wipe a little bit of the blood on him.
You hear you hear like whispers. Some of them feel almost incomprehensible, but some of them stick out to you. It's
Can I hand this to Arkham? Because I feel like he would know more to do. Do you feel anything, Arkham? I asked to the game master.
Arkham may have books about this sort of thing. Maybe not off the top of his head, but Dr. Arkham's scholarly knowledge within his books know quite a lot about some of the elements like this, especially around the hunter fields. After all, the Arkham family isn't exactly a normal one.
Yeah, I'm a bit afraid of taking up all the screen time, so I wanted to give like somebody else a chance to do some narrative stuff.
Can I try doing? Can I try?
You know what? I'll hand it to Zach.
And Zach's gonna try and like hold his amethyst crystal up to it, see if that does anything.
I'm not even going to give you a stat check for this one. I'm just going to say you see it kind of pulse. And as you're holding it, you hear a faint whisper of and like, although it's various like words, there's only one word that sticks out. There's 3 words that stick out. Protect, defend. And as it whispers,
Sorry, could you type that in chat?
you hear the words protect and defend whisper out to you while holding it.
Oh dang, I didn't
Protect
expect
and
it to. Oh, sorry.
Protect and defend. That's what I heard. Voices coming from that.
Damn, I was just screwing around. I didn't expect it to actually work. Can you ask it any questions? Can it respond back?
Zach's gonna try and ask, like, what do you mean? What should I be protecting?
Well,
If anything returns.
it says protect. You only hear the same words, protect and defend. It's like and then you hear two other words before it goes silent for you, and that is against them.
Against them. Defend it, protect, defend against them.
I
That's
wonder
what's
if it.
saying.
I wonder if it'll respond any differently if we try the other blood. And I'm gonna get out our changeling blood and put a little bit of that on him.
You do, but something strange happens. Although it says the same thing in Zach's hands, the moment your hands are still on it, you feel a weird feeling. And it's just like, it's like your body just kind of like, I don't know, it's like you know, like that needle sensation? And like when your body, when your foot goes numb?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that through your whole body for like half a second. And that's the feeling you feel when you go to touch it.
Huh. And then I'm just gonna like lay it onto the desk, or I guess unless there's somebody else wants to mess with it, I'm just gonna put it back into the box, I guess.
You feel that all of you feel kind of odd about the skull. It whispers things and its purpose is unclear, but maybe it might be clearer when the time is right.
Counterpoint, if one of you guys does something funny to it, maybe it'll be more responsive.
Alright, I shake it like a magic 8-ball and ask, "What is your
not
future?"
what I meant.
Tell me, 8-ball, what you say?
I was gonna say,
What do you think I meant?
I actually don't know. That's why I'm fucking.
What, are we gonna
Well,
fuck
I mean,
the
there's
skull?
a couple holes. Yeah, you gonna fuck the skull?
I meant to say that the eyes are glowing orange the whole time.
Fucking do it if you want to fuck the skull so much.
Yeah,
I ain't got a
what, Steph,
penis.
here
I
you go.
ain't
Here
got
you go.
a penis nets.
Here, I'm gonna ask
I'm
Malcolm,
the only
does
woman
he...
here. I don't got one of those.
You're fucking
Rub it on your
creative. You can
vagina!
Malcolm Malcolm's like, I'm kind of driving here, but
Malcolm, can you fuck this skull for us?
What the fuck?
No, I asked
Well,
him
he's
if he knows anything about this thing.
Oh, I think it's different depending on who touches it. I that's all I can guess. That and it's all the hunter magic stuff. That's not really my field, but yeah. How about it? I just know it's. I think it might be different for each person.
Huh, well, if anybody else wants to start passing it around, I guess we need the blood to activate it.
Okay, I got really scared.
It's still activated.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna
pass the skull boof.
All right. For me, it just was a numb foot. So what about you?
It's
I'm
a
gonna
numb
just
foot
go in
feeling throughout
Discord.
your whole body for half a second.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hand it over to Seven in Discord order.
So when Seven goes to touch it, he hears a just knights avenge.
Oh. Nothing. You guys didn't hear that either.
Uh-oh.
Now, part of me thinks this is reading something that's very related to us, but here, I'll pass it on to Steph.
Yeah, sure, alright. I mean, I'm not gonna do the thing I suggested, but here, you know, just kind of...
You're gonna touch it.
Mm-hmm.
And the moment you do, you see, you hear the words, eye, vision, sight.
To ask the skull a clarifying question, is it eye as in eyeball or eye as in the self?
It just says the same thing back, but it also says vision, so I'll let you connect the dots on that one.
All right, fair enough. I just wanted to be sure. I
It
need to write
it goes to
something
the
about eyes.
it goes to the prescription glasses person and talks about visions and eyes. What did it mean by this?
That was exciting. Here, anybody who just kind of wants to relax afterwards. Hey, do these windows open up at all?
Did we give it to Arkham yet? I forget.
Well, I'll take a
I'm
look
gonna.
at it.
I was gonna pass it over to Tim after my question gets answered.
Oh, sorry.
Can I open up the windows at all?
A little bit. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna go upstairs and smoke. Dr. Tim, here you go.
So Dr. Arkham touches it. And Dr. Arkham hears vision.
I mean, if you want to talk about it, come upstairs later.
I'm good.
Okay.
Say, vision. And it's, the words, wayward. It is, although it is unsure as it says these things to Dr. Arkham. It almost feels like his guess as it says vision. Wayward. Almost, so how do you feel about it?
Well, I've been searching pretty far for a while now. Hard to say what it means. Can you guide me somewhere? And he's gonna look right in the orange eyes of this skull.
You look right into the orange eyes. It seems like a bright light, but as you're kind of staring into it, you see something kind of stick out a little bit. So you have you know how you might get a little floater in your eye sometimes.
Right.
So you get a floater, but it's a specific shape when you look deep into it. This is the floater in your eye you see after staring at that bright light. And you only see it briefly.
What should I roll to try to see if I recognize a symbol like this?
Occult plus intelligence.
Oh, goody, I'm good at those.
Mm-hmm.
And then
It's like Sukuna.
and then the skull realizes that it actually made that its DM me made a horrible mistake. It should have been this.
Oh no!
I realized that.
Wait, my goofy doodle was wrong.
So you look. So I would say difficulty 5, occult plus intelligence is the roll you would want to make to find out what this is.
Huzzah!
Success. You remember. Unlike many of the others, you've actually read into these kind of things. You recall the night that you decided to open the book on lores about the hunters themselves for the first time. You remember the campfire beside it, the rain on the window, and you remember learning about the imbued. hunters with rare gifts, and how they would often speak in code. They would write down symbols to let each other know about what they are. And you only remember a couple examples being written down, and this one being that of the visionary. And it seems to those who seem to seek although the symbol may be shaking your vision because the skull cannot get the best readings for some reason, it is a symbol of those who seek to find a plan or a pattern in the hunt. To look beyond a day-to-day exercise in unmasking and killing, and to find a hunter's greater purpose. You have visionaries often even have the ability to even create symbols such as this. And that is how you can recall. And that is, and you were staring at the skull. What do you do with it at this very moment?
I'm gonna hand it to wait, has Jerry had the skull?
No, I think just
No.
Oh, just me, Steph,
and everybody else.
Virgil.
Seven.
Arkham just sort of smirks at the skull. He hands it over to Jerry.
So Jerry,
Jerry looks into its eye sockets.
and you feel the shaking moment, and then you feel something, and you hear the whispers, and you feel, lawgiver. And you whisper, justice, avenge. And when you look into the eyes, it's like when you stare at a light too long, and it goes to flash blue and purple when you look away from it. But instead of a circle, it is a symbol. That symbol being what I'm about to pop up.
Hey, can I get a once you're done with that, Jerry? Can I get another look at the skull?
Yeah, go ahead.
Now everybody wants to know what their symbol is, what their horoscope is.
I'll
Just wait
say,
for Jerry to finish using the skull before I look back at it again.
I hand it over to Zach.
And then Zach's gonna copy what Dr. Arkham and Jerry did. He's gonna stare into the eye sockets.
You guys seeing something special in there?
Something like that.
it's a
What did you see, Jerry?
Scales, like weighing things.
And I
So
take it
sort
that's
of
the symbol I see.
This is the
Sort of like a
symbol
diamond with
that Zach
scales on it.
witnesses burn into, almost kind of burn into the retina for half a second before it fades
like when you
away.
stare at the sun, but like when you stare at something really bright for too long.
Yeah, and it's like blue and purple when you look away from it.
Oh yeah, I know.
eyes.
Yeah, but
And
then it fades away, so it doesn't do any long-term damage, but it feels like it feels like it was short-term. You know what I mean?
And
Time
then
to-
Zach's gonna try and draw it down as best as he can, and he shows it to
Say
Dr.
anything.
Arkham.
Say anything to you two?
Should we just be drawing these on the map board? I assume there's or a piece of paper or something.
There is a piece of paper and some pens that you can write down, enough for everybody conveniently.
And where we can research these later, I guess.
Malcolm did manage to know the exact amount of people here, so he did stock pens and paper for this scenario. Also, you guys are investigating stuff. He figured that pen and paper would be good for investigative purposes. So you write it down. And Malcolm's like, I think I'm almost there. However, there's still a good amount. Enough time where once everybody wants to see their symbols, they'll be there.
All right, we're probably just going to I guess we're just gonna go in order.
We're going right back through the order.
For
Crisscross.
Steph, get down here. We need you to look
Yeah,
inside the skull.
I heard people gazing into the fucking eye of the beholder. And by that I mean people started mentioning symbols and shit.
Look, we're doing Ghost Rider shit down here.
I'm
Get out
coming
here.
back down. Oh, am I gonna feel bad? Am I gonna feel bad about everything I've ever done? Oh boy.
Seven and I think Seven
so.
are the two S's. Seven and Steph are like the only people who really who didn't get their symbols.
It's in Virgil's new canon voice now.
So you look into it.
Turning into Hideyoshi.
Steph or me?
I'll say you just left or right on the stream layout. So when you look into it, when Seven looks into it, wait, hang on really quickly. There we go, perfecto. We're gonna save this. To anybody listening to the stream, you did not hear that noise. Anyway, this is what Seven sees.
Southern
It's
Cross?
like a cross or something.
It's
I'm
more like
gonna
a
say
sword.
constellation. It
Seven.
could be a sword, actually.
More like 7, 8, 9. Am I right, guys?
Oh, I get it now. I then proceed to Seven swallows me whole.
Wait, what?
I don't
I'm just-
know.
I'm just gonna DM's AC something. Not so much DM, but like in Dice channel.
So, I'll just say ahead of time, after that's done, this is what Steph's symbol is.
Ooh. Looks kind of cute. It's like a weird, fucked up Build-A-Bear. No, like not a Build-A-Bear. Like one of those little cute little Japanese bears. You know the ones I mean.
You went to a better place than I did. Okay.
Oh, this guy here thinks he has the sight to see what I'm seeing, and he's seeing a thing with a little butthole in front of his mouth, huh?
Well, no, I thought Steph would be the type of girl to be like, oh, that looks like a nice womb tattoo.
Controversially, not everything I say is a sex joke.
Still want to fuck Mothman though.
I do. I bet he's a gentle lover. Because I mean, do you want me to get into it? I had like a whole shtick prepared for when people ask me why I want to fuck Mothman.
Wait, how do you know
Curious.
he would
But I'm
be
also scared.
a
Well, I
gentle
mean, so
lover?
like, okay, so it's a 50-50 as to whether or not he's a gentle lover or he's gonna maul me. I'm actually okay with both, to be honest.
What? Fuck?
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I never really got quite into it, but like, I was planning on quote unquote quitting my job, before I got this letter in the mail.
By quitting you mean
I've been. You wanna know? You wanna know when I got married?
you got married?
You got married?
Married?
I was married, yeah.
Is he wearing a ring?
Why?
I'm not.
That's
anymore.
not true. That's a joke. That's a joke.
I got married when I was 18 years old because my childhood best friend and I wanted to save some money when we went to college together because we happened to be going to the same one. I thought it would last afterwards, but literally the day after graduation, divorce. Haven't seen him in probably like 10 years. I have no
Damn.
idea where the fuck he is.
Okay, how's your
Uh,
child doing?
We don't have one.
Oh.
You think there was any sex? No.
No, I meant with the other man.
There is no other man.
See, this is how you spread rumors, guys.
There was a
This-
girl I dated. There was a girl I dated for a little bit, but then
By asking incorrect questions to the person who's talking to you.
Yes. Guys, did you hear she was preggers?
And
I don't
then
believe you. This is no offense, but this doesn't seem like the kind of person that would have. Yeah, never mind. I'm not
I feel
going
like
to
we're
dig
getting
over.
off topic here.
Yeah, we're getting off topic.
Alright,
so
who
that's
hasn't had the skull yet?
Everyone's had the skull. With Steph is talking about something.
Everybody's
no.
had I would say 7. Everybody's had the skull, but 7, Steph, Arkham, Zach, and Jerry have looked into it. I would say like everybody's really like looked into it.
Did I see nothing? All I got was like a numbness in my body.
Guess you're taking too many drugs.
You know what? Maybe it's the drugs.
You got numbness when you touched it.
Oh
You have
no, it destroyed all the painkillers in your system.
you haven't looked into it.
What do I see?
What you see an assortment of things. You see almost like it's hard to describe.
I don't even know what I'm looking at. Alright, I guess that's all I can really, the only input I can think to give.
And the skull the lights flicker. And it's and it just naturally goes out. And the blood that was on it kind of soaks into it.
Ugh. Well, I guess we'll put this back into storage.
We're here, lads!
Oh,
What, already?
Oh.
Alright, let's go.
You
Definitely don't tell me you're gonna jump out of the bus just to see Mothman.
I'm not gonna jump out of anything anymore.
she's just
I
gonna
need
jump
to
into his arm.
Alright.
His big furry arms with his icky fly hands.
you
So wait, does it mean like? Are you just gonna like? Are you actually gonna like romance the Mothman?
I don't want to
Man,
talk
I don't
about
know.
I
that.
want to talk about it.
I
I want to
talking
know. I
about
want to
it.
ask a question.
Take up art and draw
There
it.
was look, if I was to get back to it for like a 0.2 seconds, there was another girl that I was seeing. I saw her for like a month 5 years ago. I'm gonna level with you. I didn't really get over it. It kind of sucked. And now like just the fact that I'm even able to go to Point Pleasant's like a fucking like is great. So I mean, after I saw a zombie, I figured, Mothman's probably real. So either maybe I'll see Mothman and I'll have a magical encounter that will change the course of my life forever, or I'm gonna go to his little museum. I'm gonna smack the ass on his statue, and you're probably never gonna hear from me after this whole excursion. I don't know.
Whenever you said I saw a zombie, I thought you were gonna say, and I thought it was kind of hot.
Okay,
Nah, I'm not
Mark,
that.
Supernatural relationships are weird. Okay.
So
Yeah, I think I know that.
as you enter, you're just kind of driving and you go through like the main town, but on your way into it, you start off in the what appears to be the lower, not the lower area. Let me get the middle area. You go to specifically this chunk. There's some
the DMV regional office.
there's like a DMV over there, and there is like a museum that's like further up in this area. However,
Is it an art museum or a science museum?
it's the only museum of its kind.
Is it a Mothman museum?
It's the Mothman Museum.
Yes!
Hey, Steph, you want to go there?
Yes.
It's just different Mothman statues all around.
You enter.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is the Mothman? Is that where the Mothman statue is, or is it just a lot of them?
The Mothman one's actually like I want to say it's not exactly there, but it's like, I think you guys are closer to the statue than you are the museum.
All right, statue first.
Alright.
Then we can
All right,
go
I'll
to the
take.
thing.
All right, I'll take you on the bike.
Are you sure you don't want to take a trip to the DMV?
Who the fuck wants to go to the DMV?
I already have my license.
The Mothman DMV?
I don't think there's such a thing.
Are you assuming the Mothman can drive?
If the Mothman happens to be at the DMV, I'll eat my metaphorical hat.
Are you assuming that he can't?
What?
Yeah.
Huh?
I don't know. I
Why'd you
tried to
say
do
it
like
like
a.
that?
I tried to say it in a silly way, and then I realized, wait, I did a double negative.
I think the Mothman lives in the mountains somewhere around here with his several asexually reproduced moth children.
Man,
because
we're
let's
so
face it, there
silly.
can't just be the one of them.
We're such goofy
Dude,
goobers.
I'm telling you, not parasocial.
What if there's
Par-
a moth woman?
Paranormal relationships are weird.
Oh, you're saying that like moth woman would be a bad problem.
The-
Nah, I'm
No,
bisexual,
I mean,
baby.
weird isn't they're
Well,
fucking
that's why
complicated.
I was just.
I mean,
The
of course they
sequel.
are.
The sequel to the movie Mothman, Bride of Mothman.
You enter the
So you want
see the
to? So Steph,
statue.
you want to go on the bike? You want to go on my bike?
And as
Is
you
that actually the Mothman statue?
That is
Yeah.
in fact the Mothman statue.
You look like a professional wrestler.
however, at the statue, there seems to be a disheveled guy with a sign. He's like, he has returned! The man of the moth! He has returned! Do you
Hell
think
yeah, dude.
Have you not seen
What do you mean
them?
by that, sir?
Have you not seen? People have gone missing lately. There's crime scenes up ahead. They're investigating for people, but I tell you, they look in the wrong direction. It's very close, closer than you realize.
AC, what does this man look like?
Like,
Like, how homeless, how drugged out does this guy look like?
his clothing is like a brown jacket and with visible stains, fingerless gloves. This,
Like, how old does he look?
he, like, his hair is, although his hair is darker brown, his face is super wrinkly.
Is it Uncle Joe?
Actually, let's say Uncle, this is not exactly Uncle Joe, because Uncle Joe's bald.
Oh.
This is Uncle George.
It's like,
The uncle system.
now you see, you see somebody walk up to him who's also a little disheveled, and he's like, man, I understand that you actually believe this stuff, but you know, it's just like scaring people, right? He's like, I have to let them know. No, it's just go back to my place. It's like, go back to the shelter and all that. I got it from here. The person who's trying to de-escalate is Uncle Joe.
Oh crap! It's Uncle Joe.
Hey.
No.
Oh shit, it's everybody's uncle.
Who? Why do I know you?
Did you? Were you ever homeless in New York?
Wait, is that where Session Zero took
No,
place
I
in
was
New
home.
York?
I mean, I was homeless in St. Louis for a while, but besides the point. Why do I know you people?
Oh no.
You seem. Somebody.
Arkham just immediately puts money. Does he have a chest pocket?
Yeah. He also has like he has a chest coat pocket.
I'm gonna. He's just tucking $60 into his pocket already.
Oh, well, thanks, but it's just strange that we know each other. Sorry, there's been people going missing here and there, and it's got the whole neighborhood stirred. Of course, because this is the town of Mothman. It's got people shaking up.
Oh, and while this is happening, Zach's gonna slap the ass of the Mothman statue.
I follow this up with a secondary one.
Yeah, haha, get it out of your system. Anyway,
So disrespectful to local hero.
some people are. I mean, I wouldn't say he's that much of a hero. People have gone missing. You know what? You guys aren't the strangest band of weirdos I've seen today, so I'll take it.
So, is
Like
your
this
friend
world like
some
us?
sort of cryptid hunter?
Did you run into someone else weirder than us?
Yeah, it's like, imagine, they're like a weird knockoff Scooby-Doo cosplayers, if I had to say anything like it. I'm pretty sure their Fred had a gun.
Did they have a dog?
They, I don't want to fucking think about that, man. I don't know if they have a dog, but
Well, now that just kind of makes it sound a little bit like weird and mischievous.
look, they're at the diner and like asking people because Mothman, this is out of Mothman, and people went missing. So this is, of course, sounds like a job for a mystery for the Clue Gang. They call themselves. Yeah, real subtle.
Oh, they
Wait,
sound
are
like
these
a-
guys actually like going around solving supernatural mysteries?
They claim to. How many of them
Asking
they
people
actually?
for money or something?
No, they just solve cases. Frederick asked for money. Saw an argument he got with somebody else about money and whatnot because, well, Fred asked for the money.
Okay, if we actually ever come into the contact with these people, I'm gonna call cap on that guy. Actual name being fucking Fred.
I know. I'm just calling. You know, they look just like him. Like you kind of have to call
Tells
them.
him like you
Speaking
see
in
them, you
metaphor.
know?
Listen, when you
Look,
see.
I'm just saying, a lot of the people who say they're Fred tend to be not actually named Fred.
Okay, that's fucking weird. But that aside, listen.
What could he mean by this?
Listen, when somebody has like hair on their chin and they're all like, "Oh, I don't know, man," like you have to call him Shaggy. You know what I
Did he
mean?
do the voice?
He did the fucking. He always speaks in the fucking voice.
Like
Oh,
Zoinks,
exciting.
man.
Like
That sounds
Scoob.
crazy.
Like, fuck, guys!
Jinkies, that's crazy.
Oh no, we
she
have the Fred that says fuck.
Jenkins on me to like Zoinks.
No.
Though I will say there was one thing different about them I noticed. Fred,
Oh, yeah?
Fred at least, for some reason dresses like Fred from like Scooby-Doo, but he has like a weird backwards like red hat. I don't know what that's all about.
Oh, so he's Fred Durst, okay.
Cannot be serious.
I have watched the fucking... I've watched the music video for Roland too many times recently to not immediately identify that he's making a joke about Fred Durst.
I'll be real, I don't remember what Fred Durst even looks like.
He looks like
Imagine
what
a
you-
guy. Imagine a guy who dresses like John Cena, and has a backwards red hat.
I imagine he looks like a guy that would be named Fred Durst.
I was gonna make the joke
wrong.
that it's like he looks like that one guy you knew who would probably like who acted black around a lot of people who were not black.
Ah, like Chet Hanks.
So unrelated, but I have to ask: do you guys want to like? Are you guys curious about the crime scene, or do you want to encounter these? Or do you guys? Why are you guys here again?
Also, I
Oh,
should
he's
probably
with the
clarify
crown.
that. Hold up. I'm not saying Fred Durst acts black. I'm saying that a bunch of my two older brothers dressed like Fred Durst and tried to act black. That is the joke, by the way. I wanted to clear that up.
God.
Now, anyhow,
Fred Durst is gonna cancel him.
Now, to
Uh,
be clear, you said a crime scene. I thought you said people have been going missing.
well, people have, but they found some shoes that belong to a missing person, and they've quarantined the area off.
So,
What's the
if I could
area?
interject quickly, well, as much as I would love to see the crime scene, by the way, the express reason we're here was Mothman, but now this sounds infinitely more interesting. I would love to meet Fred Durst and the Funky Bunch right now.
Well, you can give us. How about you give us
said they were at-
directions? I want to meet these crazy
They're-
crazy
And you know
kids.
what?
They're still at the diner, I think. You can meet them there.
Wait, did you come from the diner then?
I came from I wasn't in the diner. I'm currently living with a friend when I'm looking for employment. I think I got a place squared away that was nearby the diner, which is why I had the unfortunate mistake of seeing them.
You want me to buy you lunch, buddy?
That would be great. I'd feel terrible asking the
Come
person.
on, Joe.
No, I'd feel terrible about asking the person I'm living with about this. If you're offering, I'll take it.
Oh, sure. Come right along.
So we heading to the diner?
Guess so.
So-
I'm pretty hungry.
Show us these wacky kids.
Let's all go to the malt shop.
I will ask. Are we going to continue till like 12:30, or are we going to end soon?
Are they doing? I thought you were gonna ask, are they doing the dance?
I will say, although that'll put to a vote, you will at least see the portraits of some of these guys before it ends.
I can do either or.
I'll put this to a vote for anybody else. Do you guys want to, because we started later, would you guys like to extend by 30 minutes or just end at the usual?
I'd say extend by 30 minutes.
I personally don't mind. I think it's okay to have short sessions sometimes, but if the majority of people want to keep going, who am I to say no?
Yeah, I'm a little tired, but I can keep going.
So, alright. And just in case there's a no, but I will at least get to this. So, y'all enter the diner. And so it's like a normal diner, but something feels off about the crew you're with. You see, a man dressed like a mixture of Fred from Scooby-Doo, but with the Fred and also Fred Durst. And you see somebody who's tired, bags under their eyes. She's dressed like a businesswoman in almost an orange suit. But you also see a man with longer hair. But this guy with his longer hair, paranoid out of his mind, sticks out to you the most because he looks the most blatant like his counterpart.
Yeah?
He's like there's the fucking Mothman. Fred should say, "Don't worry, man. We're gonna get this. Yeah, we get this
You didn't
Mothman."
even match the fucking Freds, man. The seventh says that out loud in the fucking area.
Fred's now Fred turns around and looks towards you, and then he's like, "Quiet, Norman," he says to the shaggy-looking figure.
Are you kidding me? His name's Norman. Are you kidding me?
Are you fucking for real?
These look like
Did I
some
step into a
serious
cartoon?
hunters.
If you comb his hair back, are there waves?
No, I mean, no, Shaggy's real last name is actually Norman, I think.
No, it's
Yeah, it's
Norville.
Norville.
It's Norville.
Yeah,
Or Phil Rogers.
Norville, yeah.
Do they have a dog or companion?
Appears their companion appears to be in the mystery in the Clue Gang van.
The Clue Gang
It should
The
be, you
cab.
know what'd be really funny is if it was
They
a
leave their
it was
dog in a
cat.
hot car.
It was a cat and its name is Josie.
Are we gonna
like from Alien.
are we gonna leave and we're gonna leave Steven in the car, man? He's like, we're not gonna bring him in here. We're not gonna bring him in here and shit. He'd fuck up the whole vibe, man. Whatever. You two are insufferable. So, hi. I noticed you guys are staring. She says to you, the woman with the tired eyes, whose portrait I forgot to do last minute.
I just look at this. I look at this tired woman in a business suit. It's like looking into a mirror.
But her
I say
suit's
under- I say
orange.
under my breath. I know.
So
It's
the-
like looking into a weird alternate universe mirror.
It's like
So is-
Steph Velma.
Stelma.
Huh?
So did you all do this on purpose, or did it just kind of happen?
Where's Daphne?
Oh, that. Haha, she's in the car tending to Steven.
I'm guessing Steven's your dog.
So is it on
Oh,
purpose?
he's a dog. You can say
Wait.
that.
Okay,
Wait,
what
should
do you
I
mean by
roll
that?
this?
He's
You
a
sound
dog.
unsure.
Wait,
If
AC,
I
should roll
look
this?
inside, is there gonna be a human pet? Are you? Is that?
There's
Is
gonna
that?
be a
Is that what
grown
this
man in
thing
a
is?
fucking latex suit in there if we look in your car.
I'm not. So
Uh,
Seven, I'm
No.
gonna broadcast Seven's thought process here. Is that Seven's going? Man, maybe I don't know why.
With some
I
telepathy.
No, I'm just the fucking. You know when a show just cuts to it, like just has a moment where like you hear a character's thoughts during a fucking moment. I'm gonna give that the 7 right now. 7's thinking, man, it's entirely fucked up and unnecessary. I'm thinking about this. Man, a lot of things would be solved if I just took my gun, threatened to kill them. I killed him. Wait, no, wait, that's not what I mean. Hold on, wait a minute.
And fucking
Just-
Josh
just-
is having the craziest internal monologue right now.
I want to kill them. I want death. I want them to die.
Eventually,
If I threaten to kill them, they'll simply stop doing the bit. However, that seems fucked up and immoral, so I will not do that.
I will say that
But he did consider it.
before the woman cuts in. My name's Miss Daisy, by the way, and before you say anything, Norman was a coincidence, but Frederick over here took a opportunity with himself and Norman, and he gave us a theme. I don't even like the color orange.
Also, the Fred's not even the right Fred.
I like what I'm the only Fred in here right now, man. L-I-M-P, biscuit right here.
Wait, AC, should I roll to see if they recognize Zach?
I would say before you go to roll, Norman looks at you. Aren't you like an Urbex Explorer, man?
Yeah.
Like fucking Zoinks, man.
I walk up to Miss Daisy and it's like, you know, if he's not gonna commit to the Fred bit, you could probably branch out a little bit from where you're currently sitting at.
Yeah. I mean, he's not the violent type, but also, like, he has a gun for self-defense. I don't know. It's weird.
We are in the Midwest. That does make entirely too much sense. Also, hi, I'm Steph. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too. Glad to see somebody who's nice and not judging. And she shakes her hand, and she's almost kind of, like, smiling. Like you're, like, a sigh of relief, almost, to her.
But are you doing cryptid hunting?
Yeah, we're here for Mothman.
You're not beating the allegations.
Yeah.
Can I be honest? I thought you were going to say, are you guys doing cryptocurrency?
You see the clue van outside the window start shaking a little bit.
What's going on
What the fuck's in
there?
your fucking van?
That's Steven.
Okay, but what is...
Big
How
dog.
big of a dog is this?
All right. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Miss Daisy, if you don't mind me asking, cause like we're
You guys are so
what-
nosy.
oh, I'm personally something of a cryptid hunter myself, if you kind of catch my drift. So if there's something going on with your dog, I do with like really aggressive air quotes. It's probably not the most crazy thing that we've had to deal with personally.
You know what? It's just it's not supernatural. I'll say just you know what? Just take a look yourself. If you promise not to take anybody with you.
What do you mean by that? Oh,
Just-
Hey, I am the least judgmental person here, so I will take a little peeky. By the way, I guess I know your name now. So if your other friend in there asks why I'm peeking into your van, I'll have a reason for that, huh? Okay.
You
And
walk.
I guess I do just that, and I peer into the mystery machine.
You
I
see
wasn't doing that. I
a
wanted
pair
to-
of eyes.
Evan- Oh, fuck.
Oh, why are you doing that?
I was just gonna add the bit that in the background while this is all happening, you can hear Seven get into an argument with the Fred about how this is the wrong Fred.
As the
And
argument
Jack
is
just-
escalating, Steph sees something that that like kind of scares her a bit, to the point to where she may have to like roll composure unless she just wants to just go, oh Jesus Christ, and like jump a bit.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. You guys know me. I'm not immune to jump scares.
You get
So,
jump
if I
scared.
just- yeah, I just get jump scared. I'm like, Ugh!
So you all see Steph falling like back away from the back of like the van.
Oh, Steph, you're good. And Zach runs over to her.
Yeah, I'm
And
also
then-
gonna run over.
You all see the back of the van and the window open a bit. And it's like, no, bad seat. Don't look out there. There's people out there. It's like, I'll give you a Scooby snack, but for a half second, you see a dog? Question mark.
What?
As it turns around, its silhouette seems like it's on all fours, but not all fours are legs. It appears that there are arms, and almost a shiny
no.
reflectiveness to it.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Do you have an
no.
actual image?
Oh, no.
Oh, I hate it! Get that the
no.
fuck off screen! Get that the fuck off screen, I hate it!
No, that's a full adult man. You have an adult
Okay.
costume.
All right, so
Okay.
I established myself as the least judgmental person in the group, so I will start. Why?
Yeah, that sounds judgmental. Actually, I have a question that's more actually answerable in one quick sentence. Is that a gimp suit?
Clearly, yeah.
Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
it is.
Maybe.
Looks like.
Frederick's like, nah, man, it's like a dog. That's like our dog, Steven. See?
Fred, I'm
Give it-
sorry, you're not. Fred,
Give it,
Mr.
no.
give it, Fred,
Mr.
Fred yells it back, give him a Snoopy snack. As he goes, Stevie Dooby Doo! As like you give him, as it like walks on all fours towards the back.
How does
I-
he take these
Blink.
snacks?
Blink twice in your right eye if you need help.
It stares into your eyes deeply. It's staring into them. Prolonged eye contact.
You made the big mistake.
Okay, blink once if this is your fetish.
It doesn't move. It's still. Its paws are on the window, just staring dead at you. You can't tell what emotion, and no high of an insight roll could tell you what's going through this thing's mind.
This
All right,
thing.
Zach's gonna stare at Steven, and then he's just gonna press the amethyst necklace against his chest underneath his shirt.
Nothing goes all. Wait. It does. Nothing goes off in its direction. However, just unrelated. I want you to make the roll anyway. Just unrelated.
So while he's getting the roll ready, I'm just like, hey, Miss Daisy, you smoke? I'm absolutely certain you do. Do you want to go talk behind the diner about this?
Difficulty at 4, by the way, Rofu. But also, she's like, she looks at you and just annoyed and tired, and she's like, I'm gonna be real. There's nothing I could tell you. I don't know his deal.
You don't know his. Okay.
So
I know-
this is consensual, yes.
I can't
yes.
tell.
Or-
What do you mean you can't tell?
How long have you been with them?
A while. They pay good.
What are you getting paid for?
Okay, wait. So did he come
So
with
you're getting
Durst
paid
over
for
here?
this.
Okay, so Frederick was
What
like
is the origin
offering.
point of this?
So I'm working an office job, something's weird. I see a weird cryptid, and I figured that my life needs some spice. And then suddenly a mysterious vehicle came along, and I went there to meet them. And there they were, Frederick, Diane, Norman, and Steven. They were there like that. I asked about Steven, but Fred kept insisting that Steven was just a dog that just shouldn't be seen or revealed or outside of a town or something like that. I don't. They just acted like it was a dog, and it was the only. And Steven was the only thing that Norman seemed to be calmer around. I don't know.
Have we talked to Diane at all? Have we heard her voice at all?
Diane's just kind of in the back trying to, like, just speechless because she wasn't prepared for you guys to see Steven.
Okay, so you are aware this is odd, right? And I look at Diane.
Diane is speechless. Diane just gives you like 1,000-yard stare and then walks, and then just like kind of like walks up and goes to close the windows.
Okay, alright. Hey, guys, alright, listen.
Diane,
Hi,
you
just-
seem like the responsible one. You're feeding him, aren't you? You keep
Yeah.
saying he's getting snacks.
Yeah, Scooby snacks are what we feed him.
Like this feels weird whenever whenever we're not getting an answer. This is consensual. Whenever the answer is I don't know.
I can't tell. I've had just been me and him in
I
private.
thought you were the responsible one who takes. So you don't know where he's from either.
I can't get a read on him. I don't even know if Frederick knows where he's from.
Alright, well, I don't imagine we're gonna be getting a lot of feedback from LIMP BizKit right here. So,
Hey, real quick question: have you tried calling the cops?
I mean, what's illegal about this? No, like, unironically, what's illegal about any of this?
If we don't
However-
that person's here
I mean-
consensually.
Men
It
are,
doesn't need to be illegal for the cops to get involved, trust me. They love to fucking stick their noses in whatever they
It
think.
has-
is
Alright,
it
illegal.
hold on.
as
Okay,
you're
okay,
as
hold
you're
on, wait,
arguing,
wait.
Zach's crystal is glowing.
Oh,
However, it's pulsating nowhere near the van. But it feels like-
no.
But there is
okay.
a presence nearby.
Oh no, it's Frederick.
Frederick? Mr. Durst?
Where
Like, why are you
does
looking
it-
at me, man? No, wait, no, that's too much of Shaggy, not the Fred Durst.
Is it actually pointing towards him?
No,
It was too dope.
it's not pointing to anybody. It's just kind of pulsating like something is nearby.
I'm
Okay,
gonna look towards the closest tree line.
Stock
yeah.
of surroundings, I guess, yeah.
You look around
Yeah, me
and
too.
you don't see anything odd, but except for the clue gang. It isn't aiming towards the bus, but it aims towards, like, the closest you can get a read is that maybe it's nearby the diner. The only thing that's in the diner is a couple waitresses, Norman, Miss Daisy, and just that's the only thing you can really see.
What's the
Okay,
name
just-
of what's the diner called?
Mothman Dining.
Mothman
The
dining.
Mothman dining.
Okay.
Okay, wait, hold on a second. So did he? I'm assuming Zach has conveyed this to most of us.
Yeah, he's gonna
All right,
just whisper this information to everybody.
Okay. So if you guys want to keep asking questions about that stuff, sure. All right. I'm like a million miles away right now. Zach, we should probably go check at least behind the diner.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'll accompany
I'm
you.
gonna go with them.
Norman comes out, and Norman's like, why is that thing glowing, man?
Shut
Oh,
up.
it's just a party trick.
It kind of pulsates just a little bit. It's like, that's weird. Oh, all right.
Oh, then you're one to judge.
Wait, does it pulsate more whenever he comes out?
It only pulsates for twice really quickly, but then it stops after that, and it goes to the normal glowing.
Hmm.
Do you,
You know,
need
okay,
a
wait.
lozenge or something?
Hold on, actually, wait a minute. Okay, before we go to the back, actually, hey, wait, can I just let me just test something really quickly, and I'm gonna make eye contact with Zach, and I'm just kind of gently nudge my way past Mr. fucking Norville over here, and I open the door to the diner, close it, and go inside.
You enter the diner.
I will follow her.
Nothing seems off. And the
But
waitress is oh, well, welcome back, I suppose?
No, okay, but what did the amulet react to me going inside the diner at all?
Nope.
Okay, that's not it. All right, back to the back to the original plan.
Yep.
Sorry. We will order something in like a second. We're doing something right now. I will give you a great tip after this.
Oh, alright, cool.
Great, awesome. Get a table ready for us in like 10 minutes.
You walk outside. Do you walk back outside after that?
Yeah, walk back outside.
You guys
I
like
will
pump.
follow her.
You guys bump into like Norman. He's like, oh, and like you scare the shit out of him.
You good, man?
Are you always scared?
Like that crystal. Not usually, but like that crystal, man. It's kind of scaring me.
Is it doing anything? The crystal?
It's just glowing
didn't-
like something's nearby. Still.
All right, so back to the first thing. All right, back at the diner. Let's go check it out.
Wait, did it stop glowing whenever they went into the diner?
It didn't change.
Oh, okay.
So you guys go to the back of the diner, and you see, as you see, like through like a trash can, and you hear rustling about. And as you look deeper into the alleyway of the source of the noise, the homeless guy from earlier is like, huh? And he comes on out.
Before he came out, Zach like tucks the necklace back under his shirt.
What?
Is it wait, Uncle Joe or
No, it's the
other
guy Uncle Joe told
crazy
that he
guy.
was crazy guy.
Wait, did Uncle Joe follow us?
Yeah, to the diner. Nora was gonna pay for food out the Arkham.
Did he see the guys? The gang here?
He's still in the you know what? He's still in the diner. He hasn't seen Steven. He's seen everyone else.
Okay.
Hey, buddy, weren't you supposed to go back to the shelter afterwards?
I needed to get something really quickly. Just that's all.
I just kind of I make like a gesture to I make like an eye gesture to Zach and like kind of like make like a little gesture with my hands like the necklace anything there.
Does it say anything back? Crazy.
The crystal is just kind of staying the same. It's not getting any.
Mm,
The double pulsing
Zach just shakes his head.
hasn't been recreated.
Zach just shakes his head.
mm. Well, did you find anything interesting in the trash at least?
I found my I was putting my sign away, but I found a flip phone. Still works.
You know, I love old piece of shit technology. Can I take a look at that actually?
Wait a minute. I found it fair and square.
I'll give you $10.
No, fuck. And then you hear like a ringing coming from the phone.
Real quick, I did actually state that Seven was coming with them.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just Seven is there.
And the phone says, and he's like, ah, and he like kind of drops it in the trash, but the phone is still preserved. It landed on a bag, so it's safe.
All right, never mind. You lost your chance. I just go in there and grab it, and I check the phone.
It's an unknown caller.
I look between myself and Zach and Seven. It's like, I don't know we have literally nothing to go off of. Do you think they're gonna expect someone that sounds like me, or oh fuck it here? And I just kind of like I just turn it on, like.
You mean you pick up?
Yeah, I pick up. I try to deepen my voice a little bit, and I'm like, "Hey, guy, what's up?"
Hello? Who may I be calling?
I'm throwing like a huge Hail Mary here. Friend of Lorenzo?
Wait.
Is she gonna have to do a manipulation check?
Lorenzo. Wait, how did you find a phone like this then?
Just
You lot seem to be
complete
crap.
happenstance.
Either you think that Either you're a friend of a different Lorenzo, haven't even said the last name, but or you lot are a lot craftier than I thought you would be. But either or, I don't know you, but forget it. I'll ask
I mean,
anyway.
I could know you. Yeah, ask. Go ahead.
No.
Wait a minute.
That's
Jeff, ask him the question.
Shit, what was the question again?
It's a guy on a phone in Point Pleasant.
Oh yeah, no, like what's the question?
Do you think it's him?
I'm sorry, I'm still a little bit out of it. Whom do we think it might be? Oh. Right. Are you the Mothman by any chance?
Am I the Mothman? You know, maybe you lot make this place worthwhile a little. No, I'm not. But I don't know. You guys definitely do not know me, but I'm just going to ask you to look out for a very dangerous individual. Weird,
Plenty of those, I guess.
weird mustache, longer eyebrows. He was a friend of mine, but wouldn't trust him really.
If we keep our eyes out for this guy and deal with him, will we get a better idea of who you are by any chance?
You might. Oh, I forgot to even say his name. But let's just say that he likes to obscure his name, but he might slip if he trusts. But I think he's going by the name Malcolm now. But keep a lookout for him, for my sake.
All right, and I will hold on to this phone, I guess.
The phone
And if the crazy hobo tries to like grab
The
like that, it's just
phone
gonna like stop him like a bodyguard.
hangs up, but it like vibrates, but it's not getting a call. And the vibration grows like more intense and intense until like it's almost like impossible to hold on to.
Oh, Jesus, and I just let it go, I guess.
It falls on the trash bag again, and you see a bit of you see a couple cans and stuff shaking on the ground from the vibration of the phone call. And then it stops.
What was that about?
What kind of magic phone?
Well, he's not the Mothman. Seems very familiar with Malcolm, though.
I assume Virgil just stayed behind. I didn't realize that everybody went back there.
No, you're still talking to the fucking... You're still talking to the human pet over there.
I would like to think I'm trying to like figure out like more stuff with this Daisy. Not Daisy. Wait, who was the Velma?
Miss Daisy's the Velma.
You got that right. You got it right, Bone.
Also, don't look up Velma's last name.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and middle
Wait,
name.
Daisy. Okay. Wait, middle name.
Okay, so it stops
Is it
vibrating,
Daisy?
right? I guess I'm gonna try picking up the phone again. Does it start vibrating again?
It does not vibrate. The vibrations have stopped. The only
I guess I'm gonna hold on to it then.
the only thing you realize is that the phone number comes from that the area code does have an area code listed.
Can I quickly go to my thing so I have a reason to meet up with people?
I'll say that for your thing, you see people like kind of commotioning on towards the alleyway with the crystal glow, and you see the glow of Zach's crystal during the conversation.
I was just gonna say, like, look, here's my phone number. Just call us if you happen to find the cryptid or you need help getting away.
So wait, is everybody in the back of the fucking in the alleyway now?
Does Daisy respond before I go back?
Daisy's like, I'll give you a call.
All right.
I look out to the group before everybody leaves, and it's like, well, gang, I guess we got a mystery on our hands.
Hey, yeah, that was great. Yeah, I need to find that soundboard. Where's the soundboard?
For the record, Steph is canonically laughing to herself about making that joke, while still like mildly freaked out about what's going on.
No, I'm giving you golf claps. That was great. I'm also gonna do this.
So, so as you all have received this strange phone call, you hold on to the mysterious phone, and you look out, and you realize, and you have questions that, was this phone call enough to set off the amethyst? Was it not? You are uncertain as of now. What is the next move?
Well, I guess we got some questions with Mr. Bus Driver, unless I'm misremembering what his name is.
Oh, he straight up said the name was Malcolm.
I know, but not like I'm misremembering what the bus driver's name is.
Malcolm.
Although judging by... Okay, cool. Great. I'm right on the money then. Alright, yeah. Alright, so, we're gonna head out. I guess you already kind of gave... You gave Mr. Turtleneck over here, which really don't know his name, your phone number. So, here, just in case you want to talk to somebody who doesn't look like they're what the song Creep is about, here's mine as well.
Y'all head toward, before you have
question. Should we oh sorry, you know what, go ahead.
So before you all have like the dining experience, you guys go to visit like Malcolm really quickly, and you ask about the phone call.
Should we call it after talking to Malcolm?
After Malcolm.
Yeah.
But you talk to him, and you describe what you heard, and then the smile goes into a frown. It's him. Do you have the phone on
Got
you?
him too.
Yeah. Stuff.
Yeah, here, I got phone for you, yeah, I guess.
He snatches the phone almost forcefully. It's the only time you've seen him, like... One of the few times you've seen him, like, this, like, tense. He's like... I can even feel I can feel the presence on this phone, but... It's... him, or... whatever's left of him. I'm afraid that, if he was able to contact a phone like this all the way out here, who knows? But whatever he's up to, I don't like it.
Very interesting why he was calling that phone.
I don't know. Maybe the mess with me, the mess with you all. But one thing is for certain. He's done something in this town. And we will find out what it is. Regardless of... and no matter what. You all have a sense of tension in the air, knowing the person who kind of somewhat realizing who just called you on that phone. and the mysterious Clue Gang, and the Amethyst going off. And now with a sense of tension in the air, Hunter of the Roadtrip Session 10 draws to a close.
What a cavalcade of emotionally driven antics and metaphorical skullfuckery.
I'm very afraid for the dog man. He didn't seem responsive when when Seven asked if he was okay.
And no insight check in the world would give you an idea if what's going on is like truly consensual. You just
The next thing you know, that lady's gonna be a blood sacrifice to Mothman.
So, by the way, I want to know, I completely fucked up that inner monologue. 7 was not supposed to go that violent.
Whoops.
I thought that was a bit.
Stefan suffers from intrusive thoughts.
No, the bit was going to be, I could just kind of scare them by just pointing my gun at them and making them tell me what's in the van, but that's fucked up. I won't do that.
I was honestly
inside the van!
I was considering kind of taking Zach to the side and it's like, hey, I want you to kind of get your drone up in the air and just kind of zoom in there. Also, you called the GIMP thing really early.
Yeah, no, I mean,
they're being real weird about their dog.
There's only so many things that can be not a dog.
Well,
It's either a man or like a weird fucked up creature.
Well, the thing that led me to it is that AC's drawing. There's the black spot where Scooby-Doo has that black spot, but it looked like leather, and I'm like, huh.
I think that was
they just
latex.
chose not to draw that part in.
No,
or
it's
to fill
latex.
that part in.
I thought it was I thought it was gonna be like an alligator or like some ferret or something.
So for context for this idea, a while ago, I would say back when you're in Cincinnati, I had an idea of a joke group of hunters, and when brainstorming, I thought the first character that was thought of in this crew was the Gimp Scooby-Doo.
Oh no.
And that was my exact thoughts of, oh no, I hate it. I'm writing this down.
My instinctual response to seeing that thing was get it off the screen. No! Stop it!
Stevie didn't move!
Okay, no, I'm almost wanting to do a renegade option of just being take off the fucking thing right now. Not do it.
I am
pulls out his
shaming
fucking gun.
you.
Take off the mask.
I am shaming you.
What's under the fucking mask?
I mean, he could be a vampire. I guess that would keep you from the sunlight.
I feel like the amethyst would have went off then.
The amethyst did go off when it was outside.
I'm personally of the theory that that this is technically abnormal, but it's not inherently magical. I think that he got fucked up by man on the phone. I have a feeling there might be he might be one of many Stevens.
Get it off the stream, please, AC. It hurts my soul. Fuck you, I'll kill you.
Shut up, Buzz. I'll kill you.
I was like, you know what was the reaction I was hoping? I fucking hate it. The one you gave. I was hoping that the crowd is fucking disgusted.
And the crowd is
also
terrified.
Fun fact about the random abstract colors in the background: it's the mystery machine, but super desaturated.
Yeah, I kept on forgetting to ask because I kept on wanting to ask, what does the vehicle even look like?
But also, if you look at Shaggy's, I forgot to remove the palette, but his has the normal saturation of the mystery machine, while Steven's is desaturated.
I was about to make the comment of hey, see, you left your palette right there to clearly go back and get those colors you wanted to use.
Yeah, this is an oopsie right here.
There's something exceptionally funny. How you just didn't feel like actually acting out all the members of the mystery gang, so you just made one of them Fred Durst.
I will say,
Limp Bizkit.
I had an idea for Miss Daisy and the Daphne character just kind of being generic. And I had Norman all figured out, and I had Steven figured out. And I was unsure about Fred, and I was like, you know what? Frederick is a Fred Durst and Fred Jones mix.
Now
That's
the
the
question
bit.
is, do you put Dogman as the thumbnail? I would recommend not, because I think you should give the audience the right amount of disgust.
Oh, I was
think-
gonna keep it like. What if I make it like the silhouette Dogman, like he's the fucking quarry?
Do it.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, hide him on the fucking thumbnail.
Do it, or like
I've found, shockingly and apparently, his name is William Frederick Durst.
Oh, not even a real Fred!
Really?
Well, not even a full Fred!
oh, what if I make it like
However-
an yeah.
This is apparently a rechristened name that he has because he was born Frederick Allen Maine III.
Oh.
I'll snap, and he's from Orlando. I didn't know that.
Huh.
Him being from Florida explains a lot, actually.
Did he give himself that name because, you know, like, Willie is another word for peanuts? Now, I know what you're thinking. That sounds outlandish. Downright ludicrous. But also, have you seen the name of the fucking album that Roland is from?
What if I
have
do the
now-
analog horror approach where like the silhouette's all like blacked out for Steven except for his eyes?
Yeah, that's that. I mean, that's what I was imagining when you said that I just saw a pair of eyes, like it's just an analog creature.
My only regret is I kind of wish I made Steven's eye. I only wish I knew how to draw Steven's eyes a little more hyper realistic, just to add the extra fuck. Yeah.
I think the funniest thing is that you're playing the creepy DMC1 music and it's just a fucking image of Shaggy.
You put the Steve Buscemi eyes on him.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was wondering when someone was going to notice that for that alley scene. Now I got the DMC one.
Also,
I do find it funny. It's not Shaggy 1-to-1. It's great value Shaggy.
It's Norman.
I have just looked up Fred Durst because I forgot what he looked like, and what he looks like now kind of feels like a straighter white boy summer style Tim Kaine.
Damn! I want you to know that Tim Kaine took from him.
Do you know who Tim Kaine is?
Who's Tim Kaine?
He's the guy. He's like the creator of Fallout.
Oh, I thought you meant Tim Kaine, the senator.
Nah.
I was thinking about Chet Hanks.
Oh.
Who up Limpin' Biscuit?
Who's up lippin'?
Tim Kaine has a YouTube channel. I would recommend it. It's very fun.
So how does this small town feel compared to that large city you were in?
I think we're already off to a fantastic start.
And we haven't even gone to the museum
Yeah.
yet.
We haven't even gone to the Mothman Museum yet. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm feeling so
the
beloved in
fuck?
Point Pleasant. And I haven't even begun my quest to fuck Mothman.
You encountered like Scooby Gimp, Fred Durst, and Norman, and like that was enough.
Also, I feel the need to I need to emphasize this to the viewers at home as the person from the outside peering in. The idea of me actually getting to romance Mothman is like the bad ending for Stev. I do not want her fucking Mothman actually.
She's gonna run into him, and he's gonna have horrible like insect mouth.
I mean, to be fair, that's not a turnoff.
What?
No.
Now this is not surprising.
She
Actually.
wants the Cronenberg's The Fly.
Now here's the power scaling question of where does Steven go? No.
Oh my god.
Or where does Fred?
Alright, we're gonna need to get Richter to just eat everybody here.
I'm looking forward to like when Steven does something off the cuff that's like surprisingly cool, and we have to start making jokes about like gimp suit aura farming.
Steven does a fucking sick backflip while shooting a guy through the head.
Like, actually turns into, like, a crazy, like, assassin werewolf man thing. I like the idea that he's, like, a reverse Hulk, where, like, he just becomes more eloquent when he becomes a werewolf.
But also,
My human form has been put under a horrible curse, you see.
but also, Hunter is a story about mystery and intrigue, and what causes more intrigue and mystery than the mystery gang, but their Scooby-Doo is a gimp.
Honestly, AC, I think you did great with the mystery and intrigue on this episode. I think you did fantastic.
I mean, it's the town of Mothman, so I wanted this to, even though, like, oh man, we hunt supernatural stuff, and this is the Mothman town, home of the Mothman in the Mothman Museum. I'm like, I'm gonna still surprise them with this one. They're gonna go into Mothman town, and they will be shocked at what they find.
I was shocked. Yes. I was horrified even.
I will say I find this very funny. But like I was like getting ready to go into I've been trying to get like more just like between character RP moments that aren't just like bits. So I was cooking up like a discussion about like Steph's like interests and stuff, and maybe having that branch out to people. And then in the middle of that, it's like, but what about the skull visions? What about the orb of confusion?
Oh yeah, we need to get our horoscopes.
About the orb.
And then I'm like, wait, I have kind of an idea of what I want to do with that thing now. Glad you. And
Oh, did you actually not know what you were going to do with it?
with the so I'll be at the very beginning, I was torn between two ideas. It was like it was plan A or plan B. I ended up just going with plan B because I thought it would be more interesting and lead the stuff.
What was plan A, if it's not going to spoil or anything?
Basically plan A was like, if you drop a blood of a corresponding creature, it will protect you from it. That was the original plan.
Oh, so it was gonna be like just kind of like an artifact, but you kind of wanted to maybe make it just have like more plot significance than anything else.
Yeah, it's like, but you actually have to get the blood of the thing you want to be protected from. So, or something like that. So with vampire blood, it might ward off, like, it might protect you for some vampire stuff, so on and so forth. But I decided that, although that could be interesting, I thought plan B was significantly more interesting, so I went with that.
I mean, I was gonna to
I
add
do
on
like
to that
plan B.
rather quickly. If you do want to create a thing like that later on, maybe have it so it could be like a little gizmo where it's like if you feed it blood, it kind of acts as like a loose detector for whether or not like that thing is like in your immediate vicinity. Because I feel like protection from vampires or whatever would be a very easy and fun way to go nuh-uh when we're in a scuffle with like 80 vampires and we happen to have the blood skull that gives us the magic defensive powers.
Now the only thing you guys have is like an amulet that only works with mind control if they punch you super hard.
As they all can.
Let's go. We got the Amulet of Kings.
But you have you have the amulet and you have the skull. You have the imbued skull.
Alright, so if I hit the vampire really hard with the imbued skull, would it hurt the vampire?
I would say. It's.
I've
not
been making a
really.
joke about hitting thing with rock.
I mean, if I was gonna say, you should, if someone's gonna ask an improbable answer for something, just lead in with "you can certainly try."
That's a strong one. I'll have to keep that in mind.
That's a good one.
That's the go-to for when the DM wants to say that what you're suggesting is a bad idea, but you can absolutely try it.
I would say it's probably about as good idea as hitting vampire with rock.
It depends on how big the rock is.
About the size of a skull, but relatively hollow.
It's a very unique skull, full of skull-like properties.
And skull-like mystery.
Skull-like
mystery. What's new, Scully? Do we're coming after you?
What?
See, what if I hit the gimp with the skull? Would that?
You can try.
It would hurt.
We're gonna,
Also,
you know, you see, you gotta point. He has to look into the skull's eyes, and then the skull will begin to look back.
Unrelated, but I can't help but notice that Zach hasn't used his motorcycle much, so hopefully I'll get more usage out of it here in Virginia.
I did not know you had a. I forgot you had a motorcycle. Actually, yeah, you did have one.
I mean, that is a bit of a problem when we have the bus that can take us anywhere and do anything.
I was originally planning for Virgil to have a motorcycle.
I had a car.
If I can make a suggestion, in the future, maybe have the car need gas. So that way we don't just go everywhere with the big bus. Now, I'm not saying that like having the bus be able to go everywhere is a bad idea, but it also heavily incentivizes us using the bus as a method of like of getting us like fucking coaxing people into situations. All of our cool stuff is there.
The issue with that is that gas stations are everywhere.
I mean, yeah, but like I don't know.
The only
Maybe
way
it's
to
gotta
really
recharge
make
its
that
magic
matter.
juices or something.
I do have some ideas. I will not be saying them.
Fair enough.
The most I can say is like Malcolm asking us to stop bringing people into the bus.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of assumed driving would be a basically useless stat in this kind of scenario, unless like there was a hot wiring thing or something like that, or it's like escaping on somebody else's vehicle during a chase or whatever. But I don't really expect that to happen too often. Like I'm gonna put in a bunch of stat into this one stat for something that might not happen.
Oh, speaking of which, how much XP did we get for running into the Clue gang?
Good question.
All right.
Also, getting the phone of mystery.
I would say probably like 6. Because you also
That should make a total of 57.
I'll also make it like a number on the larger end because you guys also managed to get to a new area. You guys got to a new area. You encountered the Clue gang. Your amethyst went off at something. You found a phone. And then it had a call. And then the call was weird. And then the phone got all weird.
How queer.
So yeah, that was what happened. Yeah.
Remember to hit that like button. Press the bell.
If you don't hit that like button, there will be no lesbian sex at any point during this campaign. Do you want that to happen?
Do you want Steph to be barren?
So if you
She'll
don't
never have children.
I have a better incentive. If you if you don't hit that remember, a cool nice hunter can hit that like and subscribe button, but you know who wouldn't hit that like button? Steven.
Yeah, please. If you don't press it, he's gonna show us Steven again. I don't want to see Steven
I'm not gonna
again.
elaborate on what will happen, but it's I'd hit that like button and and the subscribe, maybe get a little bell as well, just let you know.
You know, just a little bell,
Come on, do it.
Steven
No!
would
No! No!
Steven would like
And Steven.
And Steven.
I like it.
It make me think that suicide's an option.
like Steve, like we got a camp in the back. But yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna unalive myself through suicide.
Like Gloinks, Scoob. Steve.
but yeah, that is the end of the session. For those who were here and for thank you. And I hope you will return for the next episode. Hopefully next Thursday. Hopefully I don't get fucked over on that. But what I mean by that is I think there might be some stuff on my end. But but I don't think it's likely. I think that's gonna be a rare case. But I'm gonna say that just in case.
AC had to cancel the Hunt for the Road Trip session because he was getting the best sloppy toppy.
I fucking
From
wish.
Steven.
Ah,
I'm
no,
the
no,
sloppiest-
take it back, take
sloppy
it
in
back.
our-
You brought this on your own world.
Just the sloppiest goblin toppy.
Oh no.
Just
The
remember,
gimpiest toppy right there.
if you're thinking about my interpretation in this version of the World of Darkness, Steven is in here.
Alright, I think we're getting delirious.
Yeah, but that is good night,
Getting
folks.
mysterious.